Hello, can people hear me now? YouTube has not been playing very well, but you should all have your picture round. Welcome if you are here. Obviously, you are here because you can hear me. So you should all have a picture round. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a music round as well as the picture round at the same time, so you can have a look at the pictures. And what you need to do is you need to put in the first letter of each answer. You put those all into the anagram section at the bottom, and you can start there. So we'll start the quiz. Has that worked? Oh man, why is this not? Okay, and then so what we're going to do, I think there's a bit of a problem here, but you should all have your pictures. What you're going to see is in the picture round, you need to fill in on the answer sheet. Section P is for the pictures. M1, M2, all of that stuff is for the music. So this will be the first music round. Put in the name of the artist and the name of the song. And then we'll go on to the answers later, which is the picture on the bottom left. And that will be the kind of the answers for the main rounds. Okay, so we're just going to start now going on to the music and the pictures.
California. Everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest, like a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the bomb ass him be, the state where you never find a dance floor empty and pimp speed. On a mission for them greens, lean, mean, money making machines serving fiends. I've been in the game for 10 years making rap tunes. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoon, now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, looking like I'm Rob Liberace. It's all good, from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city making pay. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Straight putting it down for California, yeah. dry.
Okay, right. So I don't know why that's cut out. I wasn't expecting to cut out quite like that, but we'll go on to the next thing, which is the actual questions round. So what you should have done in the previous round is put the name of the song and the name of the artist for that song into M1 and M2. And the pictures round, which you should all have as a JPEG sent to you, or sent to your team leader at least. So you've got time to do that over the whole of the quiz. That you should be looking at doing P1, P2, P3 for each of the pictures. The first letter of each of the answers will give you an anagram at the end, but we'll cover that later when we come on to that section. Okay, so round one. This is current affairs. They're not all finance questions, so if you're not in the finance team, don't worry about that. But the first one is semi-finance related, which is what is the current Bank of England base rate or interest rate, depending on what it's called on the news. But this is hopefully fairly common knowledge. Give you a few seconds. Again, what is the current Bank of England base rate? Okay, if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat and I will probably see them in a few minutes because of the delay, but I will see them eventually. Okay, question 2. You've probably noticed coronavirus, COVID-19 as it's officially known, which means coronavirus disease or something, I can't remember, 2019. Who was the first MP to be tested positive for COVID-19? This was actually a while back, but who was the first MP to be tested positive? Okay, so who was the first MP to be tested positive for COVID-19? Okay, question 3. Which highly anticipated remade 1997 video game has been shipped early due to the coronavirus affecting distribution channels? So which highly anticipated remade 1997 video game has been shipped early due to coronavirus affecting distribution? Okay, I'm hoping that is something you've all got. I've just been asked for number 2. It is a British MP. It's a British MP, which was the first MP in the UK. Okay, question 4. Another MP kind of one. Keir Starmer and Angela Rayner have been elected as the leadership team for the Labour Party. Which London constituency is Starmer a member of Parliament for? Okay, current affairs is pretty much coronavirus, obviously. So I have kept them all coronavirus related for current affairs. That is the theme. I'm sure you've spotted it already. Okay, so number 4, Keir Starmer and Angela Rayner have been elected as the leadership team for the Labour Party. Which London constituency is Starmer a member of Parliament for? Okay, I've just been asked to slow down, so I will do. Any questions you need me to ask again, then please just ask me to ask again. I'm happy to help out. So normally if I was doing this in person, obviously I would walk around and ask you guys if you want to be asked any questions again or be any hints or anything like that, you can still do that in the chat. It just won't be quite as intimate. I know you like a bit of intimate action, but that isn't what's going to happen. Okay, so I'll go on to question 5 then. Another coronavirus one. Matt Hancock came out of self-isolation in order to open the new temporary hospital facility at the Excel Centre in East London. What is that hospital facility called? Okay, so number 5. Matt Hancock came out of self-isolation in order to open a new temporary hospital facility at the Excel Centre. What is that facility called? I'm also being told to go much quicker. I don't know which one I should follow. Maybe I'll try and do neither. I'm very good at doing neither. Okay. The music round is that there's another music round, so this will be M2. What I would suggest you do is in your teams while the music's going, discuss in your teams whether you're happy with your picture round answers. Make sure you get the music round correct. Also, go and get a drink. I know normally you would be able to do this in a bar, but now you'll have a bit of time to go and get a drink, so go and do that as well. Or some food. Food is also good. Right.
Two little boys had two little toys. Each had a wooden horse. Gaily they played each summer's day, warriors both, of course. One little chap then had a mishap, broke off his horse's head, wept for his toy, then cried with joy as his young playmate said, "Did you think I would leave you crying when there's room on my horse for two? Climb up here, Jack, and don't be crying. I can go just as fast with two. When we grow up, we'll both be soldiers, and our horses will not be toys. And I wonder if we'll remember when we were two little boys." Long years passed, war came so fast, bravely they marched away. Cannon roared loud, and in the mad crowd, wounded and dying lay. Up goes a shout, a horse dashes out, out from the ranks so blue. Gallops away to where Joe lay, then came a voice he knew. "Did you think I would leave you dying when there's room on my horse for two? Climb up here, Joe will soon be flying. I can go just as fast with two. Did you say, Joe, I'm all a-tremble? Perhaps it's the battle's noise, but I think it's that I remember when we were two little boys. Did you think I would leave you dying? There's room on my horse for two. Climb up here, Joe will soon be flying back to the ranks so blue. Can you feel, Joe, I'm all a-tremble? Perhaps it's the battle's noise, but I think it's that I remember when we were two little boys.
So I did suggest to go and get some drinks or food or whatever. Not the most amazing of songs, but a little bit of time for you to walk away. Anyway, round 2, which is what we're going on to next. What kind of round is that going to be? It is going to be about prisoners, which is, I guess, how we all feel at the moment. But I've got 5 questions on actual prisoners, not people that have had their liberty taken away from them in a different way to the way we're having our liberty taken away. Anyway, question 1. What was the name of the prison complex where Nelson Mandela was held under apartheid in South Africa? So that would be the one that he was released from, with all the lovely TV footage of him walking out. So number 1, what was the name of the prison complex where Nelson Mandela was held under apartheid in South Africa? I put a little bed of music on, which is actually just a YouTube thing as well, but I thought it might be helpful. Although you've probably got some music going on or something like that in your own homes. Okay, question 2 then. Which US Republican senator, or ex-senator I guess now, died in 2018, decades after being held at the Hanoi Hilton? It's quite a famous ex-senator. Okay, so question 2 in the prisoners round. Which US Republican senator died in 2018, decades after being held at the Hanoi Hilton during the Vietnam War? Okay, question 3 then. Which famous female anti-war activist was arrested, she alleged on the order of the US president at the time, on the 3rd of November 1970 at Cleveland Airport under suspicion of drugs trafficking? She was famous. Okay, so number 3. Which famous female anti-war activist was arrested, she alleged, on order of the US president on November the 3rd, 1970 at Cleveland Airport under the suspicion of drugs trafficking? I've even used the US format of the date there. That is the attention to detail which you expect from me, isn't it? Okay, question 4 then. The United States, with over 2 million inmates, has the highest prison population in the world. Which country follows it, i.e. has the second most people in prison in the world? Okay, so question 4 again. The United States, with over 2 million inmates, has the highest prison population in the world. Which country follows it in second place? Okay, and the last question in this round is: in which prison in 1912 was suffragette Emmeline Pankhurst held after being convicted of a conspiracy to commit property damage? Okay. Number 5, in which prison in 1912 was suffragette Emmeline Pankhurst held after being convicted of conspiracy to commit property damage? Okay, these will probably require a little bit of discussion in your teams. That's why you've got a team. If they don't require discussion, then I'm a bit worried as to why you know quite so much about prisoners, but there is useful skill for a quiz to know a little bit too much about certain topics. so I can't complain really. Okay, and we're going to go into the music round, another music round next. So it's M3 for your cards. Okay. Okay, hopefully you've got that one. Round 3 there coming up. So that's the third music one, so you should have that hopefully relatively easily. And round 3 itself is sports. So you've always got to have a sports round. Number one, what was the score in the last Premier League match to be played this season? Okay, number one, what was the score in the last Premier League match to be played this season before this wonderful break that we're all enjoying in our homes? Okay, so again, number one, what was the score in the last Premier League match played this season? I don't actually need the teams, put the teams because that'll probably help you get it, but just the score will be good enough so that those who don't know can have a guess. I don't think you'll get it right if you guess though, but maybe you will. Right, question 2. The Snooker World Championship, which is usually held in the near future, but probably won't be now. The Snooker World Championship each year is held at the Crucible, but which year did it start being held at the Crucible in Sheffield? Okay, so question 2 again. The Snooker World Championship started being held at the Crucible in which year? Okay, question 3 in the sport. Again, somewhat related to things not quite finishing, maybe. Which country is the current Six Nations holder? Title holder. So that's rugby union. Which country is the current holders of the Six Nations trophy? Okay, question 4 then. On which date are the now postponed Summer Olympics due to be started? So that will be next year. On which date are they due to be started now? So those are the Tokyo Olympics. If you have any Tokyo Olympics merchandise, it's probably going to be worth absolutely nothing. Or the same as it would otherwise have been. But it'll be nice to have some old stuff, yeah, probably. Okay, question 4 again. On which date are the next Summer Olympics due to be started? Okay, question 5. So, according to Forbes, the highest paid athlete in the world in 2019, last year, was soccer star, it's Forbes after all, Lionel Messi, who is estimated to have made $127 million in the year. Who was the highest paid female sports star last year? So who was the highest paid female sports star last year? The first bit of the question about Lionel Messi was just for context. So according to Forbes, the highest paid athlete in the world in 2019 was soccer star Lionel Messi, who was estimated to have made $127 million. Who was the highest paid female sports star? Okay, so we're about halfway through. There is going to be another picture round, which I will send through to you via email. So everyone who's got the first picture round will get the second one soon. It will also be on the screen, and there will also be some more music. Okay, so give you a bit of time to do all of those things. Let's go. Okay, so the picture round, which I'm going to send through to you all in the next few minutes. And the music round 4, and these are the pictures.
Responsible Horror Show.
Okay, hopefully you've all got your questions or your picture round kind of as an email as well, but you have got them here as well. So what I want you to do is you take the 14 answers that you've got for the pictures, and then you take the first letter of each one, and then that will give you 14 letters. I'm good at numbers. That'll give you 14 letters, and that will then can be jumbled up, or unjumbled up, I should say, into an anagram of a person. If you get that one right, you'll get 7 marks for that as well. So half a mark per letter, basically. So it's worth quite a few points. So it's worth working on that and seeing if you can get it. Anyway, round 4, which is next, that's starting now. Okay. And that is ordinals. Okay, so hopefully this should be quite easy. For the first question, what date is used to celebrate the end of the First World War in the UK? Okay, so what date is used to celebrate the end of the First World War in the UK? Okay, First World War's day of that we use to, I can't really say the word, to commemorate, I guess is the right word. Yeah, let's say commemorate. Okay, each year. Okay, second question, which city has the second oldest underground system in the world? Oh, that happened early. Give you time to do this one first. Okay, so the second question is, which city has the second oldest underground system in the world? It is still running, and you'll be not at all surprised to know that I have been on that. Okay, question 3 then. This one is a little bit related to our place of work. So for those of you who do not work at Clarion, you've probably still got the same chance of getting this right. But anyway, which housing association is the third largest by number of dwellings? Okay, by number of dwellings. It's good word that, dwellings. Which housing association is the third largest? Of course, Clarion is the largest. But which is the third largest? Okay, question 4, the fourth question. Which country has, according to the UN, the 4th highest population in the world? Okay, so the fourth question. Which country has, according to the UN, the 4th highest population in the world? Okay, so the 4th highest population in the world. The 5th question. Which country won the 5th World Cup of Association Football? But we all call it the World Cup. Which country won the 5th FIFA World Cup? You might need to go back through your reference book that you've got in your heads of all the different World Cup winners. I'm sure you've all got that, right? Or someone in your team probably has. Okay. Has everyone got the picture rounds, actual answer question sheets, or has had the opportunity to answer those questions? If you haven't, please let me know. Okay, so there's 2 more rounds of the actual kind of normal quiz questions. Then I'll probably give you about 10 minutes to confer and send it over. If you could email it over to me, that would be great. Okay, but there's another music round now. Okay, so the 5th music round.
Sorry, I'd like Liberty Park make comment.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk awake.
Yeah.
Those who correlate know the world ain't kick. Jail bars ain't golden gates. Those who fake.
Oh, sorry. Apologies, I'm not used to using Google Slides to be honest, but I'll put that into it.
Kick around drinking moonshine. I pour sip on the concrete, but in the seats, but no, don't weep. Wyclef's in a state of sleep, thinking about that I did last week. Money in the bag, banker look like a drag. I wanna play with pelicans from here to Baghdad. Think fast, I think I'm hit. My girl pinched my hips to see if I still exist. I think not. I'll send a letter to my friends. A born again hooligan, only to be king again.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me. Yo, I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress if you don't smoke less. I must confess, my destinies manifest. There's some vortex and sweats. I make tracks like I'm homeless. Rap orgies with Borgie and Best. Capture your bounty like Elliot Ness. Yes, bless you if you represent the fool, but I hex you with some witches brew if you do voodoo. I could do what you do, easy. Believe me, frontin' give me heebie-jeebies. So while you imitating Al Capone, I be needing Simone on your microphone. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. You can't run away from these styles I got, oh baby. Hey baby, 'cause I got a lot, oh yeah. And anywhere you go, my whole crew gonna know, oh baby. Hey baby, you can't hide from the block, oh no.
Ready or not, refugees taking over. The Buffalo Soldier, dreadlock roster. On the 12th hour, fly by in my rama. From for cover, now they under pushing up flowers. Super fly, true lies do or die. Toss me high, only fly with my crew from like high. I, refugee from Guantanamo Bay. Dance around the border like I'm Cassius Clay.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Yo, nobody.
Gonna find you and take it slowly.
Sorry, I'd like Liberty Park.
Okay, guys, sorry about that with the old mess up.
Hey, yo, nobody.
But that's messed up my timing, so I'm going to go into the next round, round 5. Hopefully you have got an answer for everything so far. Do please let me know if you're missing any of the picture round stuff, if you're missing any of the previous questions, I can go back and ask them again. Do let me know that. But anyway, on to round 5 now, which will be something that you'll all be missing at the moment, probably. I'm hoping you are, actually. Holidays. Okay, so 5 questions about holidays. In 2018, which is the latest figures I could find, which was the most visited UK paid attraction outside London? Okay, so the paid attraction, so it can't obviously therefore be any free museums, parks that are free to enter, etc., etc. Okay, outside London. So number 1, in 2018, which was the most visited UK paid attraction outside London? Okay. Question 2 then. What is the furthest, or which city is the furthest you can fly from the UK in one direct scheduled flight? Okay, so there are some pretty long flights you can do from Heathrow, and it is from Heathrow, just to give you a clue, or from London at least. The furthest you can fly on a scheduled flight from a UK airport with a scheduled carrier. I know there's lots of caveats. It is a standard flight. I think it's weekly, but it may be more frequent. But which city is the furthest you can fly to from the UK in one scheduled direct flight? Just to give you a clue, that isn't going to be a European city. Just probably not African either. I'm helping you here, I'm helping. Okay, question 3 then. This is for me a personal one. I used to work for Thomas Cook, who went bust last year. But anyway, in which year did Thomas Cook start offering excursions to carry temperance supporters by railway between the cities of Leicester, Nottingham, Derby and Birmingham? Okay, so Thomas Cook effectively is thought to have invented package tours. These were these package tours. And in which year did Thomas Cook start offering excursions to carry temperance supporters by a railway between the cities of Leicester, Nottingham, Derby and Birmingham? What a tour that must have been. Oof. You've got to love those cities. They're not even that far apart, but they were then. That's how long ago it was. It was a long time ago. It's not really a clue what it kind of is. Okay, if you're not sure, give it a guess. Okay. Question 4. Which country is the most visited in the world? Okay, according to the World Tourist Organization, I think it is. Number 4, which country is the most visited in the world? And I will give you another clue related to question 2. They're not the same country. And question 2 should be a city anyway, but it's not the same country. And then the last one on this is a bit of a long question, so you might just read it. What was the name of the long-running ITV series, cancelled in 2003, dedicated to holidays, and launched as a rival to the BBC programme Holiday? Okay, so this was an ITV programme on basically package holidays, but probably other holidays as well. But the name Holiday had already been taken by the BBC. So what was the name of that programme? It's fairly famous. TV series for British people anyway. So question 5, what was the name of the long-running ITV series cancelled in 2003, dedicated to holidays and launched as a rival to the BBC programme Holiday? Okay, we've got another music round next. So if you pop that into the answer sheet for the next music round. Here we go. Oh, it stopped again. I think I do need to get better at using this. Right. Okay, there we go. Music round 6, on to actual round 6. So actual round 6, this is homework or homework/housework. I guess a lot of people helping kids with their homework right now, doing the homeschooling thing. So let's see if you can remember some of these simple maths. So this is trigonometry. What is the length of a triangle's hypotenuse where the other sides are 3 meters and 4 meters long, respectively? Okay. What is the length of a triangle's hypotenuse where the other sides are 3 and 4 meters long? I'm going to put that bed of music back on even if Nick doesn't like it. Because as Alan Partridge say, dead air is a crime. I do like to model myself on Alan Partridge. Okay, question 2. In the last decade, so I clarified that 2010, 2019, What was the most watched single television broadcast of that decade in the UK? Okay, this is in the UK. What was the most watched single television broadcast of the last decade? (2010 to 2019). So it won't be Boris Johnson's coronavirus thing, which was last week. Okay, question 3 then. What is the chemical composition of salt? Table salt is a fairly simple chemical composition. What is the chemical composition of pure-ish table salt? Salt. Okay. Question 4 then. I'm sure a lot of you are using Netflix now. In which year was it established? So which year did it start? It started in the US first, of course. So in which year was Netflix established? Okay, and question 5, the last question of the quiz. The nation's PE teacher, Joe Wicks, is doing a YouTube exercise video every morning. How old is Joe Wicks? So how old is the nation's PE teacher, Joe Wicks? And that is in Earth years, human years. How old is the nation's PE teacher, Joe Wicks? Okay, this will be the last bit of the music. And then what I'll do is I'll put a timer on after the music is finished. I'll give you 7 minutes to send an email back to me if you do want to enter. So if I've sent it to you from my work address, please send it back to you, my work address. Team leaders only, please. And if I've sent it to you not from my work address, send it back to my not work address. Hopefully that's simple enough. Just reply. Okay, so last question, and then I'll give you 7 minutes after the music is finished on this last question to go back, answer it, ask me any questions, and also to let me to go back, do your pictures round as well. Give you some time to do your anagrams. Okay. Okay, so I'll give you 7 minutes. So I'm gonna run a timer. I hope you've all got some good answers. I hope they're not all right, because otherwise that would be a terrible quiz, but I hope some of them are. I'll run a timer, 7 minutes, and then if you can send your emails through with the answers before that 7 minutes is up, then I will answer those, or I will mark those, and I'll get back to you probably 7 or 10 minutes after that. So I'll put some music on that no one likes, and I'll let you go. All right.
Girls, you know you better. Call them again, plus when. Girls, you know you better. Watch out. Some guys, some girls are only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. Wave your hands in the air and let them shot in the atmosphere. It's been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to begin. Now you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably can. Talking out your neck saying you're a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the gin. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? Showing off your ass cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. Nigga, you still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like Europeans. Fake nails done by Koreans. Come again. Yeah, a win-win. Come again. Dedicated to the man, more concerned with his rims and his Timbs and his women. Him and his man come in the club like hooligans. Don't care who they your fan, Papa Yang. You got yeah. Let's stop pretend. The one that pack pissed out by the waist, man. Crissed out by the casement. Still the name of the basement. The pretty face man claiming that they did a bid, man. Need to take care of their 3 and 4 kids. Been the face in court case when the child support's late. Money taking, heartbreaking. Now you wonder why women hate me. The sneaky silent man, the punk domestic violence man. The quick to busting them, stop acting like boys and be men. How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? Come again. Yo, come again. The red drink, come again. And 6 drink, come again.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want
Okay, everyone. You don't get a point for knowing any of these songs that I'm playing now. The deadline has passed. If you send them through to me, it's going to take me a little bit longer. I think if you can send them through to me in the correct format, then I can paste them in. I've had a few which are kind of broken up a little bit, so that's taking a bit longer. What I'll do is I'll put some music on. Apologies if that isn't the kind of music you want, but there's not a lot I can do. I'll put some music on, I'll mark, and I'll see how quickly I can come back to you. Hopefully about 20 minutes. But that is the best thing I can do for right now. So I'll go back to this and I'll continue playing some music. All the music I'm playing is just stuff that has been in previous quizzes, so you don't get any answers for that at all. Right, let's see if I can start again. Not that one.
Here's Wonder Mike, Hank, and Master G, the Sugar Hill Gang.
Thank you.
Don't stop. Rock it out, baby. Rubber to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat. Now what you